Hi guys, my name is Ruan from REM, and as you guys know, today is Valentine's Day, and if you're in a predicament like me, I'll show you how to quickly put a little something together for the love of your life. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to make a quick little box out of scrap pieces of wood lying around the shop here. And if you've got a trusty little bandsaw like this and some other standard equipment, it shouldn't take you more than an hour or so to get everything together, and yeah, off we go. Okay, so what we want to try first is plane our wood down to about 10 mil. I'm using the Panhan's Easy Drive thicknesser, which is quite easy to use. Making a template on your computer and printing it out on a A4 piece of paper, we can stick it to the wood using some Prit, so we can easily take it off after we're done using it as a template or a guideline. Make sure everything's stuck everywhere. You don't really have to stick it that tight. It's just a guide, and you just need to keep it from coming off the wood. And from there we can move over to the bandsaw. It's quite easy to use. It's really self-explanatory not to put your fingers in the blade and just go ahead and follow the line. Depending on the thickness of your blade, you might struggle to get around tight corners. So as you'll see, what I do here is cut off a big piece and then going back into the corner to get around the tight bends. Using the bandsaw again, you can set your fence to the required size of your sides of your box, and just sliding against the fence to get all the pieces the same width and lengths as you need to do your box with. As a rule of thumb, measure twice, cut once. After you cut all your pieces, make sure everything fits together nicely and it fits onto your box. And you can use some cold glue, as I did over here, to stick all your pieces together. Make sure everything is lined up before it dries. After gluing, keep it in the sun if you're in a bit of a hurry to get it glued quite quickly. Put your box on top of your heart and mark it out where it's going to be, so we can get the markings of where we need to put the glue on top of the heart. Don't be afraid to use too much glue. We can always wipe off the excess glue afterwards with a wet or damp cloth. Damp cloth is just easier to wipe off. After gluing everything together, press it down with some pressure. All the excess glue should come out the sides, and we can wipe it off with a damp cloth. And then we leave it out in the sun to dry, and we're ready to go. For the lid, I cut a small piece of masonite that fits inside of your box to keep the lid from moving around when it's on. Just get it nice and centered. Glue your lid and your piece of masonite together. Clamp it if you need to. And once again, just let it dry. Use some firm pressure once again. After everything is dry and glue together. We're going to drill the holes. Measure halfway of your box to get the center mark where your first hole is going to be. I'm putting in 3 dowels on the front where we can hook our rings onto, and use a sharp wood bit to drill your 3 holes with. You don't have to go all the way through, just about halfway into the board should be fine. And we then just glue the dowels into the holes. Once again, don't be afraid to use too much glue, you can always wipe it off afterwards. Let it dry, get some medium density sanding paper, about 120 grit should be fine, and get into all your corners. Make sure you get into all the crevices and corners, all the exposed pieces needs to be covered. You can go over a couple of times depending on the darkness you want. It should dry pretty quick. Well, there we go. There's a little box for the love of your life to, well, put anything in really. I know my girlfriend always asking for something to put a jewelry or little bits and bobs in. It's got these nifty little things in front for your ring to hook onto, and yes, done and dusted.